we are on our way to Dallas, and we had some fiascos at the airport today, and because of it, we were upgraded to first class on our first flight today, which is from here to Dallas, and then we go Dallas to Frankfurt, Frankfurt to Dubai. Kids got swabbed even though they didn't have to, paid $400 for that, got $550 back in vouchers, but you know what? We're happy to be on our way to Dubai and sharing our adventures with you. Next stop, Washington, D.C.
Yeah. Up in the world. Real silverware. It even says the Gonzo on it. So just a little update from Dubai. We did make it here. I'm posting this a few days later. Not everything's fresh on my mind anymore, but we went to leave from Richmond and we get there to check in and they tell us that our kids, the younger two, under 12, needed COVID tests and they wouldn't let us board the flight. So even though we had looked, it said that Germany only needed COVID tests for 6 to 12 years old if we were staying there, but if we were passing through, we did not need it if we were in transit. So they turned us away for our initial flight. We had to drive 45 minutes to go get another test for the kids after we had already gotten our test that morning. And so we go back to the airport, $400 poor, and they say, whoops, sorry, guess you didn't actually need it. So it was a bit frustrating. We got later flights that same day. We did get a flight for 7:45, and then we talked to the nice gate agent the second time. She upgraded us to first class because of our issues. So we got to fly first class to Dulles, which was only like a 25-minute flight, but still, it's cool, right? And so when I called United to talk to them about it, they actually also upgraded the rest of our flights to premium economy. So we got a little bit more leg room, got off the plane faster. That was great. And they also gave us $550 in vouchers, which at least covered the expenses that we paid for the COVID test. So we get to Dulles. Our plane broke down that was leaving Dulles. We literally had to go from gate to gate, and then we get there and they changed our gate. Plane breaks down. We take off a lot later than we should have. The first debacle, putting us on a later flight, put us through Dulles instead of Newark. And then this only gave us 3 hours in Frankfurt, which we had chosen Frankfurt because even though we weren't leaving the airport, like, why wouldn't you want to go somewhere cool? We were going to get a beer in Frankfurt and a Starbucks mug, and that didn't happen. So we finally take off about 2 hours late to Frankfurt. We get to Frankfurt and they come over the loudspeaker saying that we needed 2 hours for a layover to be able to get to the next plane. So we get off the plane and we start heading for our next gate, and you really have to go a long ways there. And so we went all the way around, got on the train. 4,000 steps later, we had to clear security again, and we had to run to our gate. Run. They were doing last boarding announcements, and they let us on. And we were hot and sweaty, and we never had a beer. And then we got on our Lufthansa flight, and that was fine. It was all smooth and great, and we landed in Dubai, and everything went well. Sometimes we have little hiccups in our journeys, but as long as we get to the destination, it doesn't matter the route we took to get there. So now we've been in Dubai for a couple of days. The kids are pretty jet lagged. We're eating like 10, 11 o'clock at night. It's actually nighttime now. I don't even know what time it is. What time is it? Oh, it's almost 11 o'clock. We still haven't had dinner. We're working on that in a few minutes. But I just wanted to give a little update and just kind of talk about our flights and our food and kind of our experience along the way. So, ciao from Dubai.